We're in San Antonio, Texas for the National Commodity Classic, and joining me, John Linder, First Vice President of the National Corn Growers Association. This is the annual meeting of corn, soybean, wheat, and sorghum, as well as agriculture equipment manufacturers. John, thanks for being with us, and First Vice President for how much longer?
October 1st, I'll take over the president position for the year beginning October 1st, and Kevin Ross moved to the chairman, so it's a 3-year rotation, and in June, we'll elect a new First Vice President.
Well, it's a time of this with all of the business meetings and things to hit a number of discussions. Is weather number one, or are there other things that are on the mind of producers?
Well, farmer to farmer, the conversations are going to include weather. Everybody's wondering what kind of spring we're going to have. You know, we've been really soft at home, as you well know. Just really can't do a lot, anything off the driveway. But, you know, we've got friends in North Dakota that, you know, they're looking forward to the first opportunity to harvest. And so what a contrast, right? So we're thinking about our planting decisions. They're looking about logistics of harvesting and will they get to plant. So, you know, we're blessed. We really need to feel good that someone always has it worse. I prefer that it wasn't in agriculture, but it's here. We've had quite a year.
For those of you who don't know, John lives in Morrow County. Edison is the town, so nice to have somebody with a national recognition in our community. Let's talk about atrazine. Has that been a strong topic for producers?
It should be on everybody's mind. And there's an opportunity here. We have our window to submit comments. And the really cool thing about the way this one goes, you can submit comments until you're blue in the face. And you probably should, because environmentalists, they're not all of them. It's a great product, really safe, but there are those that think, you know, if we get atrazine removed, as safe as this is, the rest of them are on the table. They'll go for it. So this is a critical period for farmers to give comment on why atrazine is important. You know, it's a $30 cost the acre if it's not there, and a lot of inefficient weed control.
It's going to be a little bit out there, but do you think these environmentalists use Drano to clog a drain, or they're against chemicals as a whole?
You know, that's fascinating because, you know, we really don't realize that our pesticides are such a safe, vetted product to use. We've all been trained and have learned that the labels are super important. We're using less than maximum rates on atrazine. Yes, the consumer uses much caustic and toxic products every day and think nothing of it because nobody points it out to them.
What other topics are hot on the minds of growers today?
Well, you know, in our policy session, we had a great deal of debate, several really good policies to discuss. But, you know, predominantly it's market-driven, it's demand, and so ethanol comes to the top. You know, we've got a great opportunity to prove its value as a low-carbon fuel and make it, we've got a low-carbon octane standard that we're pushing. Hope to maybe get it to the Hills sometime real soon. We have to find support to in the right period to actually advance it. But it's a great story because agriculture is really doing a great job of sequestering carbon. So our sustainability story is critically important. And this low carbon octane standard kind of displays that in a marketplace where people can really get behind it. We have a great opportunity.
We've got a pretty good buildup of corn supplies, so some more ethanol use either in the U.S. or in the export market might help to bring up some of the prices a little and make things a little bit more easy in the future.
Demand. So yes, domestic use, export markets, we need it all. And obviously, you know, we're talking about coronavirus, what kind of impact it's going to have. Thank goodness we have the phase 1 with China. I think the real gains will come in phase 2. But golly sakes, we're in a platform right now in the world stage that it's concerned everyone. I mean, the Dow has dropped big, crude oil's pulled back, our commodities have pulled back. China's wondering when will they be able to start transporting again. So they're going to need product when they do. I don't know how quick that brings phase 2, but we're really hopeful that phase 1, we may see a big ramp up at the end of phase 1 when we clear these hurdles that we're faced right now.
Yeah, E15 was a big success during the last year. Any ideas as you look out to October when you take over, what might be your number one thing you'll say that as a president, this is what I hope to accomplish?
You know, that is really interesting. I've given a lot of thought to that. And so everything that's here today, I don't know what we will clear, what hurdles will clear before October 1st, but we're sure going to try. And obviously, E15 parity is amazing. We finally reached a point where we can actually do that year-round, and so that's going to increase our utilization of corn quite a bit. The USDA outlook, pretty exciting. You know, for them to talk about E30 for 2050. There's a real recognition that there's a long-term viability for biofuels, and that plays well for agriculture. And we really have a great fit in that.
A great fit indeed. And by the way, we can always have these discussions when there's more than enough food available in the grocery stores and in the marketplace, so that makes it a lot easier. I've been visiting with First Vice President of the National Corn Growers Association, John Linder, who makes his home in Central Ohio.